Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Challenges and Choices, a special needs perspective. Happy Mother's Day to everybody listening. Today on Challenges and Choices, we are going to talk about the Friends Group that is a Down syndrome program, and I have one of the people that ran it, Ann Ford. Happy Mother's Day, and
Well,
welcome to
thank you.
Challenges and Choices, a special needs perspective. So tell me, how did you guys start the Friends group?
Well, that friends group was started by three moms back in, I think, 2005, who felt there was a need for a Down syndrome support group. They would meet in a small recreation center in Brandon and have speakers come and talk to the group and put the children in the room next door to color and things like that. And they did this for a couple of years. Well, they did it. I actually joined in 2014 and was just all fired up to do different things, start a website, get more involved in the community. So I was took over the group as president and started a few programs with the help of Kathy Boyso. She started a group called Baby Friends, where babies from birth to 5 years old with their parents could meet once a month to play while the parents met and answered each other's questions and gained support and knowledge. And so that's how it got started. We then moved on to not only providing monthly meetings, but um, dates where the kids could come and meet for play and have speakers. And then it progressed into 2017. We had a man join us as vice president, Craig Woodard, and he suggested the buddy walk. So we started a buddy walk and started raising money for friends. And that enabled us to start more programs. We started a monthly dance for adults 15 and up, and that is very popular with friends right now. We have a monthly dance in Tampa and in Riverview, excuse me, at the Hilton on 301 and 75, and a monthly dance in Clearwater on US 19 in Gulf to Bay. In 2017, we also decided that Friends would not just be for Down syndrome, we would be for all special needs. So we serve Down syndrome, autism, physical disabilities, pretty much everyone that needs some support for adults that wants to get together and dance. We have a social group that goes to movies and gets together and things like that a few times a year. And this progressed for me for over 10 years. I found a wonderful woman. Her name is Ashley Odom. She's a nurse like myself. She has an adorable little boy, Brody, and she is just as passionate and dedicated to the special needs community as I am. So, definitely a kinship between us. And she is just the most perfect candidate to take over Friends. And so I resigned this past January in 2024. And actually, we have the Foyt family, we've moved up to Valdosta, Georgia to retire. So Ashley is in full president director mode, and she has just not only added more baby friends groups throughout the Tampa Bay area, but she's also partnered with Baycare to start a um, residence program. They will be taking on a family, each resident, to go through their residency program to actually see what it's like to raise a child with special needs and to help that family, cope and answer questions for the special needs families.
That's really amazing.
Mm, I
Um,
think it is too.
what does Down syndrome have to do with the Friends dance?
Well, Down syndrome is where we got started. My son Zachary is 25. I'm sure you can hear him in the background. He's talking. He is, I know, he's 25 and has developmental delays. He has a speech delay, which means that's a perfect example. If you heard him, he speaks in his own kind of Zach speak, but his speech has gotten better. It's called apraxia. It just means that the signals from the mouth to the brain are getting kind of garbly. His speech has gotten better. You can understand some words and sentences that he's saying. And I think when we got him a phone, that helped facilitate his speech because not only does he FaceTime with you and other friends, it makes him want them to understand him better. So he tries to speak a little clearer. Most of the people that belong to Friends have a child with Down syndrome. We do have other special needs adults that belong to Friends, like yourself and Keith, your friend Keith, who don't have Down syndrome but have other needs. And when we decided to do a dance, we felt that it shouldn't just be for Down syndrome, it should be for all special needs because as you get older, all of your friends are a multicultural, multi-diverse, group of people. So it should include everyone.
Um, now, could you take me more into Down syndrome? Like, tell me
Well,
what,
what it is,
yes.
when you're born with a certain amount of chromosomes, 23 to be exact, 22. Wait, now I'm getting mixed up. Hang on, let me pull it up just to make sure I'm getting it the right way. But you're born with a set of chromosomes,
Yeah.
and the 23rd chromosome for Down syndrome, they get a little extra piece of it. So it's like having an extra chromosome. And that extra piece of the chromosome causes developmental delays, speech delays, behavioral issues, all kinds of things to kind of mix up the, chromosomes of of a child. So it's a genetic disorder that's based on an extra chromosome, the extra chromosome and the 23rd chromosome. Oh, I'm mumbling my words here, but that's what causes Down syndrome. It's not a disease. It's not something you can catch. It's something that happens when you're developing as a fetus in your mother's womb. And there's no way to prevent it. There's no way to, they don't understand what exactly causes it, but they have I've heard that it's just genetic. If you've got it in your family, you can carry it on through your genetics and give it to your child. But for the most part, they don't know what really causes it.
What challenges and choices have you faced while running the Friends group?
Uh, well, running a nonprofit itself it has a lot of challenges. Finding dedicated people to help build the nonprofit and to make it financially independent is, I think, one of the biggest challenges that all nonprofits face. You have people with different ideas and different mores, and things can clash at times, and it takes a while to find that certain group that is true to heart and really wants the group to benefit and prosper. And usually it's within our group, it's always the parents, and it's usually mostly the moms that do most of the work. It's a lot of hard work to put together like the buddy walk. It takes months of preparation. And, people don't understand how important it is to donate to the Buddy Walk so that you can do more in your community, you can bring more to your community. Um, our nonprofit is a little different as all of us are volunteers. We do not get paid to do this, and you have to have um, major passion in your soul and to bring all that you want to the community to do it. It's not something you say that, oh, okay, I'll volunteer, but then you don't put any effort into it. You have to actually get out there, get off the computer, make those, personal connections, make those commitments. Um, and it takes a special person to do that. And over the past 10 years, people have come, people have gone. My personality, I can make you mad, so you have to be, learn how to, which is so hard to control, your emotions, because no matter what you do, you can't make everybody happy. And, um, even myself, I've had challenges with the group, with other people, and you can't take it personally, but you do, because you're the one running the nonprofit. It's kind of like your baby, your commitment. And when you have people who um, don't agree with what you do and they do something hurtful, it hurts you to the core. But you have to be a bigger person and go past that, and whenever you have conflict, find the way that leads to, a better future, not conflict kind of thing.
Now, what is the buddy walk?
Buddy Walk is a lot of fun. It's Friends' biggest fundraiser. Matter of fact, it's every Down Syndrome Association who belongs to the National Down Syndrome Society's biggest fundraiser. And it's where mainly parents and professionals who treat our individuals with special needs come together to raise money so that the organization can provide programs and parties and dances and other activities, for the Down syndrome and special needs community. For Friends, it is our lead fundraiser. We raised 62, I think, oh gosh, $62,000 last year. And I think I'm wrong with that. I have to ask Ashley how much they raised last year, but a lot. And that money
Put
is
it in the
budgeted.
script.
Yeah,
If you find out about it, I'll put it
I
in,
will.
and then I'll
Yeah,
talk
okay.
about the correct
Yeah.
amount. Um, I interviewed um Evan Johnson. How did you I actually met them in Challenger Baseball, actually
Mm-hmm.
at a picnic, the Challenger picnic. Um, and how did you end up being friends with them?
Well, Evan and his wife, I actually first connected with them. They're his wife's, for some reason I'm having a problem remembering her
Liz?
first, what's his wife's name?
Liz?
Liz. Um, Liz's father had died and they wanted to donate money to Friends in his name. That's how I met. And she wanted to be more involved with Friends. And when we would do the buddy walks, Liz actually would be in charge of the t-shirts, which is a very uh, challenging position because you're bringing in t-shirts for almost 1,000 people and passing them out and getting them to the right people. And during the buddy walk, handing them out to teams and things can be quite challenging and difficult at times, especially if you get a team that um, didn't order their t-shirts on time, and they were upset because they weren't able to get their t-shirts. And so I met Liz through them, and we worked together for a few years. One of the best times we had is when we went to New Orleans together. We all paid to go to the National Down Syndrome Conference in New Orleans and just had the best time up there for 3 days. Um, Liz and Evan are very involved with the Challenger baseball right now.
Yeah. All right. I think that is it.
That's it. Oh, well, that was easy. Thank you so much.
I wanted to thank all of my listeners for listening to this episode of Friends of Challenges and Choices, a Special Needs Perspective. I also wanted to thank Anne for appearing on it. I'm going to have another episode with Ashley, so stay tuned to that. And make sure you subscribe and like the video. And I'll see you both in the next segment pretty soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Joey. It was great to see you. And hope to see you soon in September. Okay.
Okay.
All right.